Welcome to Mount Pleasant Live. It is Nick.
Yes. Yeah.
It's 4:20. Hi, how you doing?
It is.
Good to
What
see
are
you.
you.
It's April.
You're acting a little weird.
I no comment. No. It's April 20th, 2023. I've never been a promoter of pot and weed, but there are a lot of people that are. And I have some jokes for us here in a little bit to celebrate 420, even though it's not legal in Iowa. I'm going to try to make you laugh on it, right?
Yeah.
If we can. But before we get there, let's chat about the weather.
Yeah.
You have the weather? Do I have the weather?
It's supposed to be raining. I don't know. I've been in this back room since 6 a.m.
Yeah, I saw some clouds coming in, so I think we may have a little storm coming. But high is 67 today. That's spring weather. Yeah, it's pretty good. April weather. We're end of April.
Showers.
Middle April. Yeah. We'll get some flowers here coming in a bit.
Yeah.
That's good. But yeah, my name is Mike Heaton, by the way. I didn't do formal introductions. Mike Heaton, this is Mount Pleasant Live. I just got caught up on the date as I was reading it and looking at Nick for some reason.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just looking at your eyes, seeing how you're doing this morning. It's 8 a.m.
Well, I rub my eyes a lot. That's why they're red.
Okay, fair enough.
I actually do.
It's allergies. It's allergies, people. We swear. Awesome. So, hey, we have some good jokes here, and we also have some really cool guests today that we'll introduce here in a little bit. But we're going to talk about antiquing here in a little bit, which
this might be the episode I'm most excited for because they know I'm in there like every weekend.
Oh, nice. So you're a big antiquer.
I have photos I can show later of everything, almost everything that I've gotten. My apartment is mainly furnished by antiques.
Love it. Before we do that, I got some jokes for you. I'm going to try to make you laugh here on 420.
Got it.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it is.
Just for the record, we don't approve in the state of Iowa smoking weed, anything like that. Did your camera go out again?
It had 30%.
I don't understand.
There's a backup.
So now you're just stuck with me, people. I'm sorry.
No, there's a backup. Don't worry, people. You don't have to look at.
I need a break every once in a while. You have a backup. You have a backup camera?
Yeah, it's my webcam that looks awful. Yeah. Until
I don't know if that's just the camera. Nick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, all right. Here's a joke.
Give me your jokes.
Here I got. Here's what I got. Okay. How do fish get stoned?
I don't know.
From seaweed.
Next one.
Oh, dang it. That was a good one. Come on. Let's see here. How many stoners does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know.
Nah, man, they got lighters. I didn't like that one either. Okay.
I'm laughing because that one was bad, not because it was actually funny.
Yeah. I got you to laugh though, nonetheless.
Because it was bad.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing them off the web here. Let's see what else we got. Okay, here's an easy one. You're gonna get this one.
What do you mean?
What do you call a potato that smokes weed?
I don't know.
A baked potato.
I should have guessed that one.
That's all I got here today. For those who do enjoy in other states, have a good day, I guess. Not in Iowa. That's not how we roll. All right. So let's go to commercial here real quick. We're going to come back. We are going to be joined by the infamous. We'll go with either one. We'll go start with the famous Sam Riepe and the infamous, same thing, Lisa Kalkbrenner. We'll be right back shortly.
Bring the kids and share the memories from steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Maybe your memories are of great food from the North Village to the Log Village, or going to one of the amazing concerts. This is the place where memories are made. Make plans now to enjoy the history of the past at the 2023 Midwest Old Thrashers Reunion, August 31st through September 4th in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthrashers.com for more details.
Protection is important, especially when you're talking about your dreams, which is why we're going to keep you covered with plans that can save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. That's protection.
Welcome back to the 420 edition of Mount Pleasant Live, and it's by sheer coincidence that we have the great Sam Riepe on the show today, as well as the amazing Lisa Kalkbrenner. Welcome to the show, guys.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Sam's eyes. You know, he's doing over there. No, it's 8 a.m. It's too early for anything. And not that we do anything like that anyway, right, Nick? I mean,
you're just getting more and more suspicious.
I am.
The more you talk about it, the more and more suspicious you're getting.
So I'm really excited today because today we are going to talk about antiquing. I know this is one of Nick's favorite topics because he never shuts up about it. If it's history and anything that has to do with the past at all,
any old things, I love.
He gets really excited. He gets really high off
I'm just
off
high
anything,
off antique.
Yeah, that's what it is. Even archiving you get into.
Yes,
it's a little like that's a little much for me. Even like archiving, like that's your thing.
It's thrilling. You're looking at a Excel spreadsheet full of just metadata.
It's your thing. I get it.
Get high off of it.
History is important. So, hey, we're really excited to have you guys here for quite a few reasons. You know, I know Nick's excited about the history side. I get really into economic development and the importance that you guys have on our community, have in your stores. But can you each just take a moment to describe what business you own and operate and for how long it's been here and why you do it?
I have, with Jen, my wife, the Vintage Raven on Jefferson Street. We're coming up on 7 years here. And every year has been different, especially, of course, these last few years. What was your question?
Why'd you get into it?
To be totally honest, I got into it because my wife told me to. So we actually both kind of have history with Jim Miller, who had Brown Bear's Basket downtown, and he was going to expand and rented the building that we're in, which used to be Hoagland's Five and Dime. That's going way back, and he hired Jen to run it. And shortly thereafter, he decided he didn't want to mess with two buildings, and so he sold off our building to us, and we've been doing it ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
very cool. And Lisa, why did you get into it? Did you get a significant other telling you to start a store?
No.
What drove you?
You probably would have told me not to do it. I had been actually in the Brown Bear. I had been a vendor there for quite a few years, and I was also out of Ira City. The time came where I needed a job, so just came up with the idea really quick, and I started with Perfectly Vintage in 2019. And then when the space the Brown Bear was in came available in 21, I rented that as well. And then I eventually combined the two.
Nice. Fantastic. And what's the name of the store now combined?
Jefferson Antique Mall and Perfectly Vintage.
I love it. And your stores are unique in their own way. They're not the same. You go between both of them, and they both have a very unique vibe, which I love about it. My kids love just scouring your stores because there's always fun things to do. And find in there, the least of which, in my mind, but the best of my kids is a bunch of kittens.
Cats.
Do you have it's what's that called that you have that?
The Vintage Raven Kitten Haven.
The Vintage Raven Kitten Haven.
Yes.
So I used to go in the Vintage Raven all the time, and I have to be a little more selective of how my allergies have to be in a really good space whenever I go in. But Nick, when you go into these two stores, what are you looking for as a peruser of antiques?
In really anything.
Really?
I mean, is this when I show off everything that I have in my house?
I'm letting you fly on it.
So let's see. I got all these mirrors from, I can't remember which one of the stores I got it from. This painting I got from Vintage Raven.
That's cool.
This is from, yes, I think it's from Perfectly Vintage. Mm-hmm. That's where my girlfriend puts her jewelry. That swan is from Vintage Raven. This is from Perfectly Vintage. This David bust that I have.
Our viewers can see this too right now, right?
Yeah,
they're all seeing all these. Yeah, awesome.
This one, my girlfriend tricked me. I really liked it, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy it this time. And then I went back the next time and it was gone. I regretted it and I was beating myself up. But it's because she got it for my Christmas gift.
Okay,
so it was all a secret.
That's awesome.
I feel like I've gotten more. Oh, this painting's from Vintage Raven, and then that's for the birthday game. Also, a lot of clothes from Jefferson Antique Mall. Also, this wallet is from Vintage Raven.
Wait, that's cool. What is that?
It's like a metal wallet.
A metal wallet.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Nice. I know our buddy Ray Ven's down the hallway here. He'll go vinyl. If you guys ever have new things of vinyl, he'll show up and you probably can't kick him out fast enough.
That's true.
He'll buy like half the stuff if he can. And I remember when Adam McLaughlin used to live here. I know whenever you guys get tapes, he'd be like, he'd get a phone call from one of you guys and he'd come running in trying to find the latest whatever Genesis or Phil Collins tape or that kind of stuff. That's how people get into that stuff. Everybody has their passion. Now, one of the things, Lisa, I noticed with your store when you opened it up with Perfectly Vintage, it was a little different vibe. Like it wasn't so much like people had booths and things like that. Like, tell us about that business model and what were you going for with that?
That was just all my stuff, so it was just all my style. I really try to only deal with stuff that I really like. So it was very different than the mall situation because that's just a huge variety of stuff. But I still, now that I combine them, I do have my space in there, so I can do my thing and then still have the variety of everybody else's stuff.
So tell me how that works. So did you used to be in the mall? Were you at Brown Bear? Did you have like a booth and then?
I did. I rented a booth. I probably did it 3-4 years before I opened a business.
Nice.
I was out there and also at the Ira City.
Okay.
Then, before I started my own store, I did close my booths down.
Yep.
And then started my own store.
That's fantastic. I remember going through it over here I know you've been in a couple spots downtown on the square, but even just walking through it, like you had different areas of your store that sort of had different, like 1950s kitchenware. And it was super neat.
Display.
It was very cool.
I have a style, but I like a lot of stuff though.
Yeah.
So I do like the 50s. I like boho. I like retro. I like farmhouse. I mean, I like a lot of different styles.
Yeah, it was always fun going through there for Christmas for both of your stores. Just with Christmas time, or if you're going for birthday gifts, things like that. It's always a fun place to go. When we first moved here, we were looking for furniture for our house, and we had our eye on this really nice desk. And I think it was when it was Brown Bear at the time, and we ended up getting it. It took us a long time to, because some of that stuff is not cheap, and you got to save up for it because it's really nice stuff. And once we bought it, Jim just happens to let slip. It's like, oh yeah, no, we got that from your aunt and uncle. And I'm like, wait, what? That was Carmen and Dave's? Oh yeah, it was, right? And took some pictures and sent it to my cousin Mary. She's like, oh yeah, there might be some gum stuck behind one of those drawers. If you look, sure enough, I think there was. But it's just, you have such a variety of stuff, and what I'm always amazed by is the way it works. Like you talked about just having a store of your stuff, but what's an antique mall? Like, how does that work? Do you have other people selling goods? Are you doing stuff on consignment? Are you doing, like, what's your business model to make an antique store work?
We do both. When you rent space to a person, they pay you rent, and then they get the sales from their material. It's almost like a little mini store.
Sure.
Or like a shared working space. We also do consignments where people, maybe you just have a few pieces that you're trying to move on, and we'll take those in. And then my wife and my mom really are really good at what Lisa does, and just trying to make things look good. And they'll do all the staging and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're able to make your money off, number one, consignment, I'm assuming, and then you rent the booth space.
And then the booth rental space, yeah.
And that comes with the ability to check out as well. Like you have a staff person that checks out their stuff for them and all that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you help set prices for people?
We do that. We do, other than our dealers do their own pricing, but for consignments, we do all the pricing. It's a lot easier. Most times people have no clue what to put on it. And then we have the opposite, where people think that they're selling gold, and we have to bring them back down to earth and say, no, that's not gold.
Nice. Now, Lisa, you moved your Perfectly Vintage into the new space. Now, did you just see yourself as like a really large booth owner, or do you have different business models for different parts of your store?
I consider my space my store. my personal store, just like it was before, is how I consider it. Just my space to do what I want, set it up the way I want. Just it's fun for me to do that. And then the other dealers, they kind of are their own little store as well. They can do whatever they want with their space. They just rent it by the square footage and set it up how they want, their different styles, what they're into, and they do their own pricing and take care of themselves. Of course, we check out and man the store, but it's really kind of like a bunch of little stores in the one location.
I love it.
And her store is really big, which is really fun. You can get lost in there.
Oh yes, I think I've been lost in there before. Yeah, I think I have. One thing I love about what you guys do, Sam, is you're really good at doing online sort of live streaming or pre-recorded stuff, especially with your mom.
Yes.
So I don't know if you call it Heidi's Corner or whatever. What is it? Is there a thing? Like it's super fun, and she's super sassy when she does it. It's really fun.
No, she's good. She's an actress.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, she's a performer, and sadly, I know that she's a performer because I took piano lessons really unproductively from her for years, and that by no means was my lack of piano skill because of your mother. She's taught a lot of people how to do it successfully. As Mrs. D knows from our last episode last week, I just was never meant to be a piano player. So sorry, Heidi. I tried. I did my best. But I appreciate you all the duets where you made me sound a lot better than I really was. No, but that's fantastic. The model of her getting on and talking and just joking around and talking about new stuff you have in the store is, I always watch them just for the entertainment. And then my kids will usually like, oh, that sounds, and then they'll zoom over there real quick and see what's going on, or Abigail will, or whatever. But Lisa, what do you do in terms of advertising and marketing like that? I mean, like that, or do you have other tactics that you use?
Mainly Facebook. I do have done some radio. I plan on, we do billboards together.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to, I told Katie from the radio station that when we're done with the billboards, I'm going to put that money towards the radio for a while.
Nice, very good.
So mainly Facebook, though.
That's awesome. That's when we get back from commercial here in a second, I do want to talk about the economic impact that all these antique malls, including Irish City as well, out on the west side of town, have on our community. I think it's sort of you're a little bit of unsung heroes in terms of economic development that people don't think about. But yeah, I think it's true though. But we'll talk about that when we get back here in a moment.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tony Starr and Mike Welcher in Mount Pleasant today.
And welcome back to Mount Pleasant Live. We are sitting here with Sam Riepe and Lisa Kalkbrenner talking about antiquing and their incredible stores that we have here in town. Right before we went to break, we mentioned, or I mentioned the how you guys are like superheroes, right? And Lisa's like, "Where's my cape at?" You know, like but there's a lot of truth to that. People don't realize the impact that our antique stores have. Mount Pleasant's sort of known for really good antique stores. We get a lot of people coming from out of town that come to Mount Pleasant specifically to do some shopping at these three spaces in particular. Hey, where people come from before? Have you met anybody like from way out of town?
Oh gosh, we have regulars that come from Iowa City, from Burlington, from Cedar Rapids, Quad Cities, from Missouri. Just a large, and we also have people who live, on the coasts that have ties to the community that make a point to come antiquing when they're in town. Yep. We even have dealers from other parts of the country that it's worth it to them to get their trailer, come here, shop, and take stuff back to sell where they're from. It's just location.
Right.
Location.
Yeah.
So,
you have a little profit margin increase when you take it back to.
So that's one of the great things about our stores and the Irish City Mall. For those who do antiquing, in particular, they know, they know the differences, the nuances that are different about each place.
Right.
So they can go to each place anticipating to find something a little bit different that they're not going to find at the other one. It's great to have 3 of them here, like you're saying. With that becomes we become a destination for the antiquers.
I love that.
Yeah.
How about you, Lisa? Have you had anybody from way out of town stop through there yet?
We do. We get people, like, there's some people that just come through once a year that travel, like, maybe they go south for the winter, and they always stop on their way back usually. And then we have it the other way, but we do have people, we have a guy that comes every, I believe, Wednesday from over in Illinois. He comes through, hits all the stores.
Every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday.
Seeing what else
almost
is
every
new,
Wednesday.
yeah.
He comes through all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we definitely get people from far away. We get, our regulars that come in almost every day.
Yep.
Because you never know with the antique stores. We have dealers that bring stuff in daily, so you never know what's going to walk in, and it's usually one of a kind. So if you miss out, you miss out.
Well, and that's what I think people don't realize is that when people do come to specifically to the antique store, if it's a little bit of a haul, they tend to stop and grab lunch as well.
Right.
They'll run over to Little Mexico, which sits sort of right next to you guys, or they'll go down to the Grange or Trace Tacos Mas or wherever there's a good place to eat. And that's money in our community. That's outside money coming in. And that is one of the, I think, the really true benefits of the industry that you all are in. There's this uniqueness to it, this constant refreshness. You're not selling the same thing on your shelves every single week, so it attracts people.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about the downtown Mount Pleasant. I say this all the time. People who live here don't realize what we've got.
Yeah. And
we get compliments all the time about how nice the square is, excuse me, and they like having different restaurants to go to, and just be able to do some shopping and everything, and make a day of it. Like you said, if you've traveled, hundreds of miles or whatever to get here, you're not just going to go here and then go home. You want to be able to actually enjoy your day and do other things.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's really important that to your point, we understand that about our downtown area and about what the impact that our stores have to our community. And so I just want to say thank you to you guys for keeping these businesses going, for taking over Jim Miller's business when he went out and sort of making sure that space remained and growing it by expanding your own stuff, Lisa. A special thanks to Linda Salazar, right? And Ann Weir, I think, owns the Irish City Antique Mall out there in the west side of town. There's just these little nuances about what make Mount Pleasant great, and our antiquing is most definitely one of them.
Yeah.
So thank you for all you guys do for our community on that front. Enough business. Let's have some fun. Obviously, I mentioned, that was fun anyway, don't get me wrong. But I mentioned earlier what today's 420. But we'll sort of skip over that part in terms of our national days.
Yeah.
What else is our national day today?
It's National Lookalike Day.
So, like, if I'm wearing the same thing I wore on Tuesday's episode, and you're wearing the same thing you wore on Tuesday's episode,
but do you have a celebrity lookalike?
No. I'm looking. You know that guy from Men in Black that gets taken? He's like the farmer that gets taken over by the alien. And he looks like.
Oh yeah,
I think that's my guy.
D'Onofrio?
Sure.
Is it D'Onofrio?
Yeah, I think that's what I got going on right now. It's not necessarily a compliment, but I will. I think that's probably my look right now.
He's a great actor.
Oh, completely. Yeah, I'll go with it.
Draco Malfoy from the Harry
Potter. Oh yeah, you totally can pull the Draco off.
I got Draco all the time when I was in high school.
I like it. Did you guys get any lookalikes growing up or anything like that?
I get more like, you look like my cousin, not a celebrity.
We all have that one, I think, to a certain extent, yeah.
I'm mistaken for my brother.
Yeah, nice. A little bit.
And, just other Riepes.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I called Sam Ben every time I saw him for the first 2 years when I moved back, and I'm so sorry about that, Sam. It's a compliment, too, according to
No, it is. It's very fun.
Yeah. We also have some fun birthdays today, right?
Yeah. Also, I'm going to forget it if I don't do it now.
Yeah.
Shout out to my uncle, Kent Leyden. It's his birthday today.
Oh, hey, that's big.
I think there's a debate in my family if it's the 19th or the 20th.
Sure.
Or the 21st.
Of when his
I'm pretty sure
birthday
it's
is?
the 20th.
Why do they not know when he was born?
Because My grandma swears it was the 20th, but I think like on the birth certificate it's like 5 minutes. But she's like, I swear I had him out at 11:55. So there's debate on when his birthday was.
Fair. And before we go to birthdays, I skipped right over our events.
Oh yeah,
which I don't know what I was thinking there. I was so excited about the date, evidently. But just so our listeners do know, we got right after our show on Tuesday, we had a call from Mark Hempen, who runs the ACHC Foundation, to let us know that unfortunately Trivia Night's been postponed or canceled,
as well as
the air
guitar contest. So all that practice you did
has
Mark, now gone to waste.
We have to figure out a way to replace this because I know Ray especially. Yeah. Ray put tons of time and energy.
We'll just sell tickets to have people come watch you two.
We can host it here.
Guitar for an hour.
We can host it here. We can do something like that. Yeah, I like it. Two. Yeah, and we'll dress up still too.
Yeah.
You have to join us too.
Well,
you don't have to sing. I'm not going to make you sing. You just have to play.
I can live stream it.
Okay, that works. We get that. Either one of you air guitar?
Not for a long time.
I was trained by the great Heidi Riepe back in the day. Also, just as a friendly reminder, the Food Truck Festival is on April 29th, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. over at Iowa Wesleyan. Bring cash. They don't always have credit cards. And while you're doing that, jump downtown and check out the antique malls downtown. Mm-hmm. All right, let's do our celebrity deal.
So to explain the rules really quick, I'm going to put a celebrity whose birthday is today on the screen. You get to guess their age. If you're within 3 years, you get a point. If you get it right on, you get 2 points. So I had to click through all of these photos again and then make Andy Serkis. Oh, now he's all pixelated.
It's okay. It's about right. I mean, it looks like Gollum, a little more like that.
Yeah, so first celebrity is Andy Serkis.
The great Andy Serkis is Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I think a lot of things he does is the motion capture.
Yeah.
So
what else did he do? Gollum and what else? He's done something
the
else.
ape in Planet of the Apes.
Right. Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
But he's been as himself, and wasn't he in Marvel stuff as one of the guys that tried to steal all the stuff from Wakanda?
Yeah, he has like the metal on.
Yeah. One of those guys. Yeah. He's a great actor. Though.
And he's in Star Wars as
that's right.
Tall guy. What's his?
I forgot.
Snope.
Was he
He's
Snope?
Snope?
Yeah, he's Snope too.
What?
I didn't know that.
I don't think I knew that either. That's awesome. So he's almost made. If he got Game of Thrones, he'd have like the trifecta.
Yeah, right.
Nerd.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm guessing 63.
63. Okay, Lisa, what do you think?
I was thinking 62.
62. You're right in there. Oh, I'm gonna go younger. I'm gonna say he's 55.
Lisa's the only one on the board. He is 62.
Wow. Oh, with an exact.
Out to a 1-0 lead.
Wait, what did you said 60 what? 2, and what'd you say?
63.
So he's
4 years off.
What was he actually?
He's 59.
Oh, he's 59.
Oh, I think you said 60. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you said 62.
You did.
Well, he's 59. You get a point because you said 62.
Oh, because you were
yeah.
That's my bad. So you get 1 point.
Wait, so hold on. I'm repeating. How old was he exactly?
He is 59 years old.
And what did you guess, Sam?
63.
63, and you said 62. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're in there now.
Yeah, trust me.
I get a little confused sometimes, everybody.
Trust me.
Next up is Shamar Moore.
Okay.
From one of the crime show, Criminal Minds. That's
Criminal Minds?
Okay.
Shamar Moore, Criminal Minds. I'll throw one out there because I'm confused.
For it.
I'm going to say he is 47.
I'm thinking 45.
I'll just go on that scale and say 43.
He is actually 53.
Jeez.
All right.
Aging
Wow.
very well.
Yes.
Wow.
That's a recent photo, too. I didn't try to trick you.
That's impressive.
Next
He's
up,
definitely dyed his beard, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Next up is Jessica Lange, or Lange.
Lang,
for sure.
I believe she
Legend.
has the trifecta for acting.
Isn't there a quad thing? Can you get...
So it's Oscar,
Tony.
Oh, for acting, that's right. Yeah, you get the Emmy for
Tony.
music, right?
Yeah. Tony's.
Yeah, Jessica Lange's incredible.
She's been around for a while.
Yeah, she has.
Let's see if I can make her.
Takes a while to get the trifecta.
I'm going to guess 74.
That's a good guess.
I was thinking 72.
Jessica, I'm sorry. I'm going to go with 80.
She is 74.
Oh,
Sam
nice.
and you guys are tied 2-2 going into the final celebrity.
So I have to get this correct in order to tie.
Yeah,
To
just to
tie.
tie. Next up is George Takei from Star Trek.
George Takei, he's amazing. He is so funny.
Have you followed him on Facebook?
Oh yeah, yeah. He is sassy.
Yes,
another way to put it.
Yeah.
Let's see, George.
Are you a big Trekkie?
I've done my fair share of following Trek in the back. I never got into it like when it was out.
Yeah,
I was still a little young for it by about 5-6 years.
Yeah,
probably,
you weren't. No.
Yeah, my parents or
Did
my
you ever see
aunt
the
and uncle.
animated series?
The animated series. There's an animated series?
Oh, it's terrible. But
oh yeah. All I know is I got really upset when they came out with the latest Star Trek movies, and suddenly, who's the captain?
Chris Pine.
Yeah, no,
Captain Kirk.
Kirk,
played by Chris Pine,
was suddenly in a new universe, born on the ship instead of in Riverside, Iowa. And that was really annoying.
Yeah.
Because they made it canon that he wasn't born in Riverside, even though, as far as we're concerned, he was born in Riverside, Iowa.
We all know he was.
Yeah, exactly. It's very important. Very important.
Enough stalling. How old is he?
I'm completely stalling right now.
I'm going to say 76.
I'm saying 85.
Oh, I think you're closer there, Sam. I'm going to go with 81 for the win.
Sam wins. He is 86.
Oh, impressive.
3-2, and Mike had 0 points.
Again, throw the word again. I see the look you're giving me.
Yeah. And
I am
also
not good
need
at
to
this game.
apologize.
Yeah.
I did not bring the trophies.
Again.
I thought there are trophies now?
There are trophies now. They're little tiny plastic, cheap.
Less than 10 cents a piece type trophies. But
sold for a penny.
No. The meaning of the trophies, like easily they would have gone for a good 30 cents, 35,
right.
knowing that you won them.
The counter. I forgot it, so I'll bring it over one of these days.
We'll include a certificate of authenticity. Awesome. Well, hey, Sam and Lisa, thank you so much for stopping by the show today. It's really nice to have you here.
Yeah.
For all of our listeners out there and our viewers, go downtown. Go check out their stores. See what they have. It changes every single day. There's always something exciting. I have one more question for you real quick. How chaotic for you is Old Threshers?
Oh, it's a blast.
It's fun.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 weeks for us.
Sure.
Because the week leading up, especially with all the
out-of-towners
that come in, and we've been around long enough to we have our OT regulars too.
Right. Yep.
A lot of times they may not be buying the first time around, but they're kind of scoping us out.
Yep.
But I love the downtown during OT. It's a blast. The only thing that's not fun is parking.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I usually end up parking because I actually also do. I work on the grounds as well, so I can't just get there in the morning and leave my car. I leave, so I end up parking over by the fire station because there's nothing downtown.
Right. Yeah, we live near downtown. We just take the bus.
Yeah,
to get to OT because it's impossible otherwise.
Right.
Absolutely right. Which is a great problem to have, right?
Exactly.
Customers
Yeah.
coming through. Well, good. Well, hey, thank you both again for coming by today, and we'll hopefully have you on again sometime in the future.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you
This
so
has
much.
been an episode of Mount Pleasant Live, and we'll see you next Tuesday.